on THS TV, it's homecoming week. In today's news, we've got the latest class tallies and a list of events that could help put your class on top.
It was a different kind of homecoming for two of our Warrior football players. In today's sports, we will recap Friday night's football game against Vestavia.
In today's ACS update, we'll soon be breaking ground on a new high school. I've got the latest.
The TV and Film Academy hopes to bring some laughs to our television this year. In today's entertainment, I'll tell you all about the newsroom.
And all that laughing could actually be good for your health. I'll tell you how in today's Health Corner.
THS TV starts now.
Good morning and welcome to THS TV, Thompson High School source for news, entertainment, weather, and sports. I'm Amber Harless.
And I'm Taylor Vincent. We are streaming on thslive.com. And now to today's top story. The first man in the United States to be diagnosed with Ebola has died. Authorities pronounced Thomas Duncan dead at 7:51 this morning.
And he had tears rolling down his eyes, rolling down his face, and not just a normal watering from a sedated person. This was in the form of tears. And I grabbed a tissue, and I wiped his eyes, and I said, "You're gonna be okay. You just get the rest that you need. Let us do the rest for you." And it wasn't 15 minutes later, I couldn't find a pulse.
Duncan had been diagnosed with Ebola 5 days after arriving in the U.S. from his home in Liberia. Authorities haven't uncovered where Duncan contracted the disease, but witnesses report that he had been helping infected patients in his home country. Authorities say that Duncan accidentally infected several people while here, many of whom are still battling the disease. For more breaking news headlines, keep tuning in to THS TV.
It's time to shine the spotlight on two more students who are working to be a part of the Thompson Difference. This week, we recognize students from the junior class, Nicole Ledbetter and Gavin Baker. Ledbetter was nominated by Dee Prince because she went out of her way to make Prince feel special. Ledbetter made a poster for Prince to celebrate her announcement of being in remission for breast cancer. Ledbetter also gave her a bag of candy, a stuffed animal, and several other gifts.
You know, like, just give to people. Like, life's not about getting, it's more about giving. And more that you give, you know, it's going to come back to you, you know.
Colonel Crabb nominated Gavin Baker for displaying initiative and drive in setting up a fundraiser to benefit JROTC. Crabb said that Baker is also working to organize the drone and flight simulator programs.
Gavin Baker's got tenacious drive. When he gets onto something, he stays with it. He sticks with it, whether it's his academics, whether it's something to do with ROTC. He's been a proponent of several fund drives and fundraisers that we've done.
Other nominees included Cornelius Perry, Jordan Lenore, Lydia DeHart, and Sarah Cook. Teachers, you can nominate a sophomore or freshman this week, and tune in next week when we recognize underclassmen spotlight students.
One of the most anticipated weeks of the school year has finally arrived. But with daily events, dress-up days, and fundraisers throughout the week, it can be a lot to keep up with. THS TV reporter Sarah Jones highlights all of the moments to look forward to during homecoming week.
The first 2 days of this week definitely didn't disappoint. Let's take a look at what's to expect to finish out homecoming week 2014. Yesterday, homecoming week kicked off with Senior Citizen Day. Students from all grades stitched their skinny jeans and t-shirts to sport nightgowns, fishing hats, and glasses. Monday's outfits had the students and faculty laughing so hard that they fell and couldn't get up. When all the participants were counted, the seniors took the lead with the most class spirit.
I say homecoming is all for the memories, because I'm going to always remember this week. It's been the best homecoming week out of my years here, and it's my senior year, and just looking forward, and I guess once I look back on it, I always remember it, and band, being excited for the football game, and homecoming queen. It's just all in the euphoria of it.
Today, the students showed their patriotism with America Day. Red, white, and blue lined the hallways this morning. During first period, the SGA officers judged the pride doors for each teacher. The winners, Mr. Elliott, Ms. McCraw, and Mr. Huggins, were announced and received Starbucks gift cards. The junior class took the lead on most participation in the dress-up days and hope to continue to stay on top.
We're doing really well so far. I know we're in the lead today, and I just hope we keep it up and win.
Tonight, the senior girls will take on the junior, sophomore, and freshman girls in the annual Powder Puff game. Tomorrow, characters from beloved movies like Wizard of Oz and Lion King, along with rock and roll stars and hippies, will stroll down the hallways of Thompson High School. Tomorrow night, the second annual Alabaster City School Homecoming Parade will kick off at 6 o'clock. 50 floats, along with the Marching Southern Sounds, THS football players, THS Homecoming Court, Alabaster City Schools officials, and many more will make their way along Warrior Drive and Thompson Road. Following the parade, there will be a pep rally at Larry Simmons Stadium. On Thursday, students will reveal their secret identities on Superhero Day. The final dress-up day on Friday will consist of Faction Friday. Each grade was assigned a different color and faction from the book and now movie series Divergent. The Homecoming Pep Rally Friday after 8th period will conclude the homecoming activities during the school day, but the festivities will continue when the Thompson Warriors play Hewitt-Trussville at home, where the homecoming queen and king will be announced. Be sure to come to the homecoming game on Friday against Hewitt-Trussville and support your Warriors. And if you can't make it to the game, follow THS TV on Twitter for constant updates. Reporting for THS TV, I'm Sarah Jones.
Remember, the juniors are currently in the lead, but there are plenty of opportunities to get more points. For a full list of homecoming events, visit our website at thslive.com. I'm so excited it's homecoming week. You know, there's always fun stuff to do. My favorite is definitely the dress-up days.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love homecoming week. And not only am I looking forward to the dress-up days and the school days, but there's a lot during the week after school that goes on too. But with homecoming week, it can get busy sometimes. So now let's toss it to Michaela Williams for your Needs to Know in today's announcement.
Of history, THS is starting its own bowling team, and you could be one of the first members. Tryouts are this Thursday at Oak Mountain Lanes at 3:30. The annual Homecoming Powder Puff game is tonight at 7 at the stadium. Tickets are $5 and the gates open at 6. There is a GRC meeting in the lunchroom tomorrow during 7th period for sophomores who could not make the meeting yesterday. Next Tuesday, there will be basketball tryouts in the gym after school. You must have a physical to try out. Today for lunch, we will be having chicken sandwich or hamburger. Tomorrow will be oven fried chicken or hot ham and cheese sandwich. On Thursday, we will have chili with baked potato bar or mozzarella cheese sticks. And on Friday, we will have chicken nuggets or pizza. That's all for today's announcements. Tune in tomorrow's 5 on the 5s for more announcement updates and follow us on Twitter for your Needs to Know from around our school. Now back to Amber with more news.
One of our very own Alabaster residents has gone from the front lines to the front page. Sergeant Noah Galloway, one of the 3 finalists in Men's Health Magazine's Ultimate Men's Health Guy Search Contest, received the news this past Sunday that his face would be the one viewed by millions. Galloway may have been shocked, but for those who have been following his journey, his victory was no surprise. Galloway served in the Army as part of Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003 and returned for a second tour in 2005. It was during that tour when Galloway's Humvee hit a tripwire, igniting a roadside bomb. The blast claimed an arm and a leg. He battled through depression and apathy with exercise, inventing his own workout routines since he was unable to train using traditional methods. The stronger his body became, so did his spirit. His story propelled him to the top of Men's Health online contest rankings, but Galloway said that only counted for 20% of the judge's decision. Galloway hopes that his achievements will inspire others.
Well, you know, I looked at it as a larger platform to try and reach out to those people that struggle with motivation or, you know, excuses that they have to work out. So, I mean, if only a handful of people are motivated by it, well, that's a handful of people that wouldn't have known if I hadn't been on the cover of that magazine. So, more or less, I see it as a larger platform to try to get my whole no excuses mentality out there to more people.
The cover was revealed officially on NBC's Today this morning.
The little town of Alabaster has around 31,000 citizens, and thanks to a new grant, protecting the community may become much safer. Reporter Brady Talbert has the story.
It's a sight you see often, flashing lights along with a loud siren. Firefighters protect the city of Alabaster by carrying out rescues and putting out fires. Recently, the city of Alabaster, along with Caleres Fire Departments, received a grant of $413,000. The grant was given by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security after both departments filled out a joint grant application. Alabaster firefighter of 25 years, Lieutenant Andy Garrett, is proud about the new grant.
We are happy about the new grant. That grant was actually given to us and we kind of rode along with somebody else, City of Calera, with that grant.
With Alabaster Fire Department's new grant, how will the money make Alabaster a safer place to live? The department will be ordering 61 SCBAs, which is self-contained breathing apparatuses, 37 masks, 1 compressor to refill tanks, and 7 rescue intervention crew bags, which contains an SCBA, a spare regulator, a mask, and hand tools. Lieutenant Garrett thinks Alabaster's emergency services, along with Calera's, will make for a safer community.
Alabaster is a very safe place to live. We have really good public servants, both with the police and fire departments. And the way this will improve our performance is because on big fires, multiple or multi-alarm calls, we have Calera that, as I said a moment ago, they come automatically. And when they are coming, we can all rest easier that our equipment will interchange with their equipment.
The new equipment will also protect firefighters in the circumstance of being trapped in a building.
That will help us from a safety standpoint, so that if we are down and unable to or become trapped in a house fire, the other crew that will be coming in to get us out will have the exact same equipment.
The new equipment is set up to arrive in January and will help make Alabaster an even safer place to live. For THS TV, outside Alabaster Fire Department number 2, I'm Brady Talbert.
You can watch this story again on our network at thslive.com.
Now we take you out of the state as we take a look at today's national headlines.
North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, is MIA. The dictator has not been seen in public since September 3rd. Rumor has it that the young dictator is in bed with a leg injury, among other illnesses. Computer giant HP has announced it will be splitting into 2 separate companies. One will handle the company's personal systems and printing business, and the other will focus on the software and the technology infrastructure. The year's most powerful storm is currently making a beeline for southern Japan. The storm has reached sustained winds up to 130 miles per hour and gusts up to 150. Meteorologists are saying that while Japan may be rattled by the storm, the Philippines will not be hit in the slightest.
For more national news headlines, keep tuning in to THS TV and follow us on Twitter for more up-to-date information.
So guys, high school football is finally in full swing.
And I can't be more excited. This Friday, I can't wait for Thompson to play Hewitt. Last week they had a decent game against Vestavia Rebels, and I just can't wait to see what they have next for us.
I know, and I absolutely love homecoming week because the student body's so involved and the faculty's so involved, so everyone gets so pumped up for the game, and then we get there and it just fulfills our expectations. So
we got more in today's sports.
Still to come on THS TV.
We'll bring you a recap of Friday night's matchup against the Rebels.
And in Tech Talk, I'll tell you how the government is in hot water with a popular social media outlet.
You're watching THS TV, your source for sports.
This past Friday, the Warriors traveled to Vestavia to take on the Rebels. It was a special night for 2 Warriors, Patrick and Jordan Haywood, as they would be facing their hometown team.
It felt good, bittersweet. Just wanted to score, get up and down the field, and run up and down on them.
It felt kind of weird, but in the end, I knew it was good that I was playing for Thompson because I didn't like Vestavia.
To start off the game, the Warriors got the ball, but were unable to execute on offense. The Rebels struck the first 9 minutes into the first quarter with a 5-yard pass from Landon Croder to Nolan Turner to make the score to 7-0. From then on out, there was an offensive drought until halfway through the third quarter, when Vestavia put together 2 key drives, scoring on a 1-yard run by Carter Jacobs, and then again on an interception return for a touchdown by Ryan Dobbs, making the score 21-0 going into the final quarter. Thompson didn't give up, though, scoring 2 late touchdowns by the Haywoods. First, a 47-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Haywood to Patrick Haywood, and then again with a 79-yard run for a touchdown by Patrick Haywood. The Rebels were able to hold off the Warriors in the end, finalizing the game 21-14.
The Warriors host Hewitt-Trussell for homecoming Friday night. If you can't make it out to the game, tune in to THSLive.com for all the action. This past weekend, your Lady Warriors traveled to Spain Park High School and participated in the Dig in the Park tournament. This tournament included several top teams from our area, including Spain Park, Hoover, Oak Mountain, and about 13 others. Although the Warriors played tough, the Mountain Brook Spartans took home the trophy. Lady Warriors will try to recover tonight when they would play Carver Montgomery. So far, the Lady Warriors are 9-9, while Montgomery Academy is 15-2 at home. In college football, Week 6 full of upsets as 3 of the top 5 teams were handed their first loss of the season.
The madness began on Thursday when the Arizona Wildcats took down the second-ranked Oregon Ducks 31-24. In Big 12, the number 25 TCU Horned Frogs shocked fourth-ranked Oklahoma with a 37-33 victory over the Sooners. And in College Game Day's Game of the Week, provided to live up to the hype as the Ole Miss Rebels upset the third-ranked Alabama with a last-minute interception. It wasn't all upsets in the top 5, though, as Auburn ended the madness with a steady beating of number 15 LSU, 41-7. And Florida State rolled past Wake Forest, 43-3.
For more on college football, keep tuning in to THS TV. That's all for today's sports. Tune in tomorrow for more sports updates on our own sports talk show, 5 Minute Drill. Now back to Amber with more news.
Since separating from Shelby County last year, Alabaster City Schools have been working to improve the system as a whole. And in today's Alabaster City Schools update, Brady Talbert shares the latest improvements and awards from 2 ACS schools.
Alabaster's own Meadowview Elementary School has been named one of the 8 safest schools in Alabama by the state's Attorney General. Winners of the 2014 Alabama Safe School Awards of Excellence are recognized for their technological advances in dealing with modern safety challenges. As we reported last spring, the MVES parent-teacher organization funded the purchase and installation of the Raptor security system, which tracks and monitors all the visitors at the school. The web-based system also allows the school's resource officers and administrators to access the database and use information even when they are not at the school. Administrators around Alabaster City Schools are looking forward to the future of school safety.
I think Meadowview's system is a really nice state-of-the-art system. It's something that we'd like to see put into place in all of the schools in Alabaster City Schools. And as we look towards moving into the future with either updating this current facility or especially moving into the new high school when we go there, we want to be able to have similar systems. With visitors having to buzz in, identify themselves, it's going to really help with the security of the school. When you get to a campus that's as large as a Super 7A high school, you know, monitoring all the different entrances and doorways is always a security issue, and it's something that we always want to be on top of as much as completely technologically and humanly possible.
And the elementary school isn't the only school making headlines. THS is also making news this week as builders release the details on the new location of Thompson High School.
The Alabaster City Council announced in late May of 2014 there will be a new high school coming to Alabaster. Rumors have said that the new high school will be a multi-level building on Kent Dairy Road.
Well, our new school, to let you guys know, is going to be 380,000 square feet, which is about 100,000 more square feet than this building. It's going to be a 2-story building, level 1 and 2. We'll have a new football facility, baseball, softball, soccer facility, indoor facility for all sports to use, have a wrestling facility, have a courtyard, a nice courtyard supposed to be in the back. So we're going to have a lot more room than we have here, and it's just going to be a state-of-the-art building.
This summer, the city also announced that the school would be upgrading Larry Simmons Stadium with a new turf and press box. Thompson High School principal Chris Tangle paired together with Alabaster City Council after becoming their own school system to prepare for the new changes. Alabaster has much to look forward to with a new Warrior Nation growing.
I think it'll help encourage our students to participate in more things like athletics, pay closer attention to their academics, because you're going to have an opportunity to use new technology, smart boards, computers, things that you haven't necessarily had a chance to use, which will encourage students to strive to be the best.
For updates on what's going around ACS, keep tuning in to THS TV.
So I hate that we won't get to see the new high school, but the good thing about our high school now is it has such a strong foundation for what's to come at this new building.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I am definitely a little disappointed about not getting to see it, but we have really good programs here.
Especially with all of our new academies and all of our underclassmen are growing, and I'll tell you more about that in today's entertainment.
Still to come on THS TV.
I'll tell you what's going on with Thompson Theater.
And in Tech Talk, I'll tell you what social media giant is suing the U.S. government.
Good morning, I'm Noah Peavy and this is your Warrior weather. The current temperature in Alabaster is 78 degrees. Tomorrow will be a little warmer with a high of 81 and a low of 67. There's a slight change of rain, but it should clear up in time for tomorrow's homecoming parade. Looking at the rest of the week, temperatures range from the mid to high 80s to the mid 60s throughout the week with scattered showers on Thursday and partly cloudy skies throughout the week. The warmer weather will continue into the weekend with scattered showers on Saturday and partly cloudy skies on Sunday. If you're planning on joining us tonight for Hey Coach, the temperature should be around 70 degrees, a perfect night on the patio at Jim and Nick's. Tomorrow's bus stop forecast temperatures will be a cool 67 degrees with a 30% chance of rain. And if you're headed out to Friday Night Lights to see the Warriors take on Hewitt-Trussville, temperatures will be around 75 degrees with a 75% chance of rain. So be sure to bring an umbrella.
Well, the weather is definitely going to be great for the homecoming game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love the fall. It's always good weather.
Me too, and I love how it's finally cooling down because especially with this past summer being so hot, it feels absolutely amazing outside.
Yeah, for sure.
And now let's go to Courtney with today's entertainment update.
Each year, the creative minds in the theater department start their season with shows a little on the spooky side. Reporter Taylor Vincent takes us behind the scenes of 2 new productions that could have you sleeping with the lights on.
Next week, the theater department will be putting on the first of their many shows. They will start the night off with an adaptation of an episode of The Twilight Zone. Then the Creep Factor will continue with a show about life and death called Game.
I'm very excited about directing the student-written play Game this year. We are taking it to Trumbauer, and hopefully we'll take it to state to compete against other high schools from around the state. We're actually going to be putting this performance on next week on Thursday and Friday at 7 o'clock, and it will also be put on with our Twilight Zone show that we usually do. So come out at 7 o'clock and watch the show and let me know what you think.
The adaptation of the Twilight Zone episode is student-directed by Cooper Weiss and will be performed by the THS International Thespian Troupe 5189.
I will be Rod Serling, who is the classic narrator of Twilight Zone. He was the creator of the show. It's kind of a scary old-time show, and it's really exciting for us to do because it's not typically what we do. You know, it's got the old-time scare factor, and I kind of like doing that this time of year, and we're all very excited to put it on. It should be a great show.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the whole the whole show just like come together and just see it come to fruition, really. Just form into a fully fledged show rather than just the bits and pieces that it's at right now.
Shows will run back-to-back on October 23rd and 24th at 7 o'clock p.m. Purchase your tickets next week during lunch and at the door. Reporting for THS TV, I'm Taylor Vincent.
Seinfeld, Friends, and The Newsroom will give you more on a new sitcom heading towards a screen near you.
The broadcast level 3 and 4 classes have come together to produce a sitcom that will have you laughing along with the characters. The student-produced sitcom, The Newsroom, is all about the ups and downs of a news team as they work together to report the stories that matter. Coming up with an idea for the show started in August.
What inspired us was a lot of our classmates, we really like
y'all's news program, and we thought, how can we make it funny? We thought of a lot of different characters that could interact well, some that weren't good at news and some that were good at news, and some veterans that just knew what was going on.
It's not always easy when trying to construct a news broadcast, and that goes for the sitcom too.
We've had some sound problems working with a boom mic, but overall we've been able to overcome those.
Just like in a real newsroom, everyone on this sitcom has a job, and they play an important role in making the production of the show run smoothly.
If one person the episode before had already done that job, we let another person take that job and try it out and see if they like it.
The newsroom will air its first episode November 12th.
Retro Movie Bus will have a chance to catch their favorite movies on the silver screen over the next few months through the Alabaster Theater's Retro Cinema program. Each Tuesday and Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., the theater will show a popular movie from years past on the big screen. This month, the theater will show classic movies from the master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock. The first movie, Dial M for Murder, will be shown tonight and tomorrow night. The theater will continue the program next month and will show movies such as Footloose, Young Frankenstein, and Stripes. For more info on films coming to the Amstar, keep tuning in to THS TV. That's all for today's entertainment. Tune in on Wednesday for more entertainment updates on THS TV.
It is easy to get caught up in the fun of homecoming week, but teachers are often working to make sure that students are making a difference in their community. And in today's Alabaster Cares, THS TV reporter Michaela Williams tells how one teacher is working to make that difference.
We all know that school is a place to learn about reading, writing, and arithmetic, but if English teacher Jake Huggins has his way, his students will know how to contribute much more by giving back to the community.
Since Jake Huggins joined the Thompson High School staff as an English teacher, he has been an advocate for teaching students how to give back. Throughout the years, he has encouraged students to donate canned goods for homeless shelters. He is also a sponsor for donating toys during the holiday season. For the past 2 years, he has taken a group of students to tour the homeless shelter in downtown Birmingham. This year, he brought 5 students, Cade Kennemer, Ansley Holmes, Lindsay Musso, Maddie Aker, and Nicole Wood, who are all thankful for the experience.
Cool, but it was interesting to see how those people have to live like that for so many months, and it made me so thankful for everything that I have. It was really touching.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely a lot more thankful when you leave. I don't know, it's just a lot different.
I learned that I should appreciate more. I know people have hard times, and you don't have everything that other kids have, but you should appreciate what you do have, because people out there don't have nothing at all. And stop being I learned to stop being ungrateful towards my mom. Stop, begging her for stuff like that. When people don't beg their parents, when they do beg their parents don't want to really tell them, well, I don't have the money for it.
Many people go hungry every day in Alabama. Jake Huggins hopes he can instill values in his students that encourage them to help others and use their talents to better the world.
I'm an English teacher, so obviously they need to know how to do certain things, need to know the difference between noun and a verb and all this other world of things. But if they don't know how to use their skills and talents and what they learn in school to go out into the world and make it a better place, then what are they using it for? So I want to teach them to use their writing abilities, their speaking abilities, all the things they learn in history, science, math, how they can use that to make the world a better place. And that opens up just a world of possibilities. So to basically use their skills and what they learn and not just waste it, but to use it to make the world a better place.
There are plenty of opportunities to get involved with helping others. Stop by room 606 for more information on how you could use your talents to better the world. Primetime Thompson will be interviewing these helpful students on Monday, so tune in during 4th period and tweet at us at THS News TV with any comments or questions about what these students did. Reporting for THS TV, I'm Michaela Williams.
You can watch the story again on our network at thslive.com. Do you have a story for Alabaster Cares? Tweet at me at MichaelaWMS and your story could be featured on an upcoming show.
So I've actually gotten the privilege before to go down to downtown Birmingham and help with a homeless shelter called First Light, which helps with women and children. And it's definitely an eye-opening experience for anybody who goes, and it just makes you realize how blessed you are and how much you really should give back.
That's really cool. I love seeing people and myself going just doing community service and just giving back to the community in general, like volunteer work and whatnot.
Yeah. Now let's go to Alexis Lundy with a fun way to stay healthy in today's Health Corner.
The
month of October is known for its monsters, ghouls, and ghosts, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't find a reason to laugh a little. Well, we've got a perfect reason why you should lighten your mood. According to a recent study, laughter is good for your health. Laughter protects your heart by improving the function of blood vessels and increasing blood flow. This can help prevent heart attacks or other cardiovascular problems. Laughter also boosts your immune system and improves your body's ability to fight off diseases. Humor is equally helpful to your mental health and the way we deal with stress and worry. Laughter releases endorphins, which provide you with a sense of well-being and naturally good state of mind. These feel-good brain chemicals raise both our mood and our coping abilities. Sometimes things don't seem as bad when looked through the eyes of humor. Do you have a health-related topic you would like us to feature on THS TV? Tweet at us at THS TV, and your topic might be featured on an upcoming show. And now to Cooper Vice with today's Warrior Tech Talk.
Probably shouldn't tweet in the courtroom, but just this once, some people may have to. Twitter receives many requests for the United States government to look through its user data. Today, the social media giant announced that it will be taking the government to court in order to fully reveal just how often it receives those requests. Twitter Incorporated has filed a lawsuit against the Justice Department in an effort to loosen restrictions on what the company can say publicly about the national security-related requests it receives for user data. Twitter has always taken a stand when it can against censorship, which the American Civil Liberties Union has praised, saying, "Twitter is doing the right thing by challenging this tangled web of secrecy rules and gag orders. If these laws prohibit Twitter from disclosing basic information about government surveillance, then these laws violate the First Amendment. THS TV will keep you updated on Twitter's legal actions as more details come."
So, Courtney, I know the sitcom is slowly approaching, and when is that date again?
It will be premiering November 19th.
And if you want to come out and support your Warriors, there'll be a home volleyball game tonight.
That's all for today's news. The homecoming festivities continue in tonight's Powder Puff game at Larry Simmons Stadium.
We'll be streaming it live if you can't make it to the game.
And you can join us on the patio at Jim and Nick's as we sit down with Coach Montgomery and talk about last week's game against Vestavia and this weekend's homecoming matchup against Hewitt-Trussville.
The show starts at 6:30, so get there early to get a good seat.
Have a great day.